So it's springtime, you've got your caravan out of storage and it's time to set off into the vast blue yonder. But here's 5 things that you really ought to do before you do that. So number 1, and probably the most important thing before you even move it, probably still if you're in storage, do it at the storage site. Do your tyre pressures. Really important. What you do not want is your tyre exploding. So they can be quite high for caravans, higher than you would expect. These need to be at 60 bizarrely, and you can find it in your caravan manual. And once it's blown up, the other thing you need to check is the condition. See if there's any cracks or any chunks missing, anything sticking out of it. And also look at the year. There'll be a dot number. Here it is on this one, dot, and it says dot. It's dot 1518, which means the 18 is the year it was manufactured. So it was manufactured in 2018, which means it's about, what, 8 years old. Once they get to about 10 years, it's worth thinking about replacing them. And there's tons of other stuff you can inspect underneath, but the tyres are the most important part. Now the next thing you're going to have to do is clean it. I know, unpleasant. I'd like to say here's an easy way of doing it, but there isn't. You've just got to get up on a ladder and get a brush and clean it. Now one thing actually that does make it a bit easier is one of these things. Now this is a little one-way valve. It goes onto the end of a pipe with a brush, and this goes into a bucket, so you can put a bucket of water, and as you move it, the movement of the pipe and the valve means that water comes out of the brush, and as you do this you're getting water coming, so you don't have to constantly dip in the bucket. Quite useful. And then take a hose pipe, spray it down. And the reason for doing it is because if you don't, it goes green. You can see down here it's started to go green as stuff starts to grow on it. So once a year, whether it needs it or not. What a difference. It's like a new caravan. Now the next thing I'm going to check on, and one that might kill you, is the gas. So in the cabinets at the front, just checking the bottles are secure, but I'm also having a look at this hose. Make sure it's secure, make sure it doesn't look cracked, make sure it doesn't look all perished, and make sure everything just generally looks all right. And at this point I'm going to turn on the gas like that, so that we've got power. And I'm just sniffing around, make sure there's nothing hissing, and making sure that I can't smell gas. Now we're inside the caravan, I want to check the safety systems are working. So first of all, what I've done off camera is to light one of the burners, and it took ages. So it took ages for the gas to come through because the pipe's emptied while it's been standing. Eventually, now I can have one burner that works. So I've let it just cool down, and the first thing I'm going to do is switch on all the burners, but I'm not going to press them in. Okay, so it's just switched on, and if I try and light it, there should be nothing coming through, because that's the solenoid thermocouple, whatever it's called, stopping the gas. So I'm happy that those are all working okay in that instance. The next thing to check is that they actually work. So actually holding it in this time, I should get gas, and when I let go, the gas should stay on. So let's do that for all 3. There we are. So all 3 are working, so the thermocouples are now holding the gas on. Next thing to do is I want to check that they go off again. So I'll switch off all 3 burners and then just wait, and it'll take 10 seconds or so, but eventually I will hear 3 clicks as all 3, 1, 2, 3, all 3 have clicked off again. And if I try again, just turning them on without pressing them in, I should get no gas again. That is still working, still safe. And now that the gas is through, it's a good idea to switch on the fridge as well with gas if you're intending to use it, because what happens again, it takes a while. It'll probably take 2 or 3 goes to get the fridge working again. Now the next thing to look at, because it's been standing a while, we want to make sure that there's no leaks, and as they get older they do tend to start leaking. But if you can catch a leak early, then it's a really easy, cheap repair. If you wait a while, what happens if the wood gets damp and stays damp, it'll just turn to porridge and you'll end up with something really squodgy and horrible and expensive. So damp meter, you switch it on, gives you a percentage, and all you do, these are about like £10 or something off eBay or Amazon, so worth getting. 2 spikes, you stick it in and then you look at what it says, and this says 6. So 6 is pretty good. Anything below 15 you're okay. Anything above 15 you need to start to worry and maybe think about how you're going to fix it. The places to check: under the window, see that's an 8, that's a bit more, that's an 8. Down the sides of the windows, and then around about, if there's any sort of seams in the caravan, have a look. So have a look high and low, maybe in the back of the cupboards and just generally around the place, because they're quite sharp. They don't really make a hole in the caravan. So again, that one's an 8. So they're all pretty good. So happy with that. Going to go around the rest of it and just check. And the next thing to check is your water system. Take the thing, fill it about half full, maybe even full, and then switch it in, switch on the taps, make sure that all the water's running. Here we are outside. Open the thing, check that there's no creatures living in there. See if the thing still fits in. Drop that into the tank. There we are. And I'll go see if it works. Then before I switch the pump on, I'm going to go and make sure the little tap's closed on the water tank, otherwise all the water will pump out onto the driveway. Okay, pump on, hot tap open, because obviously the hot tank's going to fill up first. It made a noise, so I'm fairly sure that the pump is working. Now just wait. Stand back. Now if you feel you need to, this is a good time to sterilise the system as well, and that's easy enough. There's another video that you can find on my channel about that, but all you do really is you chuck some sterilising stuff into the tank, you run it through. Stopped making a noise, that's worrying. You run it through and then it cleans it. And there we go, got water, turn it to cold, got water as well. Obviously there's a bit of air in the system, and that's working. And now what I'm going to do is go around all of I'm going to follow the pipes back and just make sure nothing's leaking. You can usually tell if you leave it shut and the pump stops running and it stays stopped running, then you're fairly sure there's no leaks. Now I'm going to give you an extra one for free, and that is to check the electrics. Turn on the master, make sure all the lights are working okay, and also check your battery. If you've got a battery monitor, brilliant, check with that. You can get little things that attach to the battery, and you can get an app on your phone to show you the charge. Otherwise, if you've got solar panels or that kind of thing, you'll have a little controller. And here's my controller, so it tells me what's going on with the battery. It tells me that the battery's charging. And there are various things I can press, but basically the voltage you can see is at 13.8, which is fine. If it's down near 12, then you've probably got a problem and you need to charge it. Definitely recommend getting some solar panels in. So there we are, 5 things plus one that you really should do for your caravan before you go out into the world, just for your own peace of mind. Make sure you are safe and make sure it's not going to let you down when you're in the middle of nowhere.